Welcome back, dears. How are you all today? I hope all of you fine. Very good. This is your Sindhu ma'am going to take science class for you, and I hope you are all waiting, eagerly waiting to for our FA3 examinations. Superb and prepare well. Now we are going to revise our previous chapter. Okay, through this video. This is your recall session. After essay on examinations, what are the which chapters we discussed? Okay, now let's go. Three chapters. What are they? First one is winds, storms, and cyclone. Chapter 8. Then chapter 9, soil. Okay, chapter 10, respirations in other in organisms. Right? Okay, super. Firstly, chapters 8, winds, storms, and cyclones. What are the things we learn from this chapter? What are winds? What is storm? Types of cyclones. Okay. Firstly, thunderstorm. What is thunderstorm? Thunderstorms develop in hot, humid tropical areas like India very frequently. The rising temperatures produce strong upward rising wind. These winds carry water droplets upwards where they freeze and fall down again. The shift movement of the falling water droplets along with rising air creates lightning and sound. Thunderstorm means with thunder. Okay, that is main thing. So next one, what is pressure? Air pressure, wind pressure. Yes, pressure is the ratio of force to the area over which that force is distributed. Pressure is forces per unit applied in directions perpendicular to the surface of an object. Pressure is measured in any unit of force divided by any unit of area. What is wind? Wind means the movement of air. Okay, that is common one. Next one, the natural motion of air due to current in a particular direction. That is called wind. So what is pressure? What are the difference between winds and pressure? Firstly, winds, increased wind speed is accompanied by reduced air pressure. Okay, when the wind increased the speed, what happened there? Yeah, the air pressure will be reduced. Okay, then air moves from a region of high pressure to a region of low pressure. Okay, how the air move? High pressure from high pressure to low pressure. Then what are the precautions should be taken by during the storm? Firstly, do not take shelter under an isolated tree. If you are in a forest, take shelter under a small tree. Do not take shelter under an umbrella with a metallic end. Why? Yeah, because we will meet a what is it? Thunder accident. Okay. So do not sit near a window, open garages, storage sheds. Metal sheets are not safe places to take shelter. A car or a bus is a safe place to take shelter because the surface of car or a surface of bus, it's act like a lightning conductor. Okay, so it prevent us. If you are in water, get out and go inside. If you are in water, get out and go inside a building. Okay, so the precautions we should take during the thunder storm. Next one, what is cyclone? Cyclone means before cloud formations, water takes up heat from the atmosphere to change into vapor, water vapors. When water vapor changes back to liquid form as raindrops, this heat is released to the atmosphere. So the heat released to the atmosphere warms the air around. The air tends to rise and causes a drop in pressure. So finally, the uneven heating between the equator of poles. Okay, this cycle is repeated. The chain of events end with the formation of a very low pressure system with very high speed winds revolving around it. It is this weather condition that we call a cyclone. Depressions, air depressions. Yeah, like a northeast monsoon. Okay, southwest monsoon. During this time, the cyclone will be formed. A cyclone is known by various names. It is called hurricane in America. In Japan, it's called typhoon. Then tornado. Okay, what is a tornado? This is dark funnel-shaped cloud or cyclone that reaches from the sky to the ground. So the air travels from sea water to sky. That is tornado. It is black, dark funnel shaped. Most of the tornadoes are very weak. A violent tornado can be traveled at speeds of about 300 km per hour. Tornadoes may form within cyclones. Next one, anemometer. What is that anemometer? Yeah, this is measurement device or calculating pressure, wind speed. Okay, an anemometer or wind meter is a device used for measuring wind speed and is a common weather station instrument. Where it is used? From in meteorological department. Okay, so the term is derived from the Greek word animos, animos meaning wind. The first known description of an anemometer was given by Leon Battista Alberti. Okay, so this chapter is over. What are the things we learned from this chapter? What is wind? What is cyclone? What is storms? How we should? What are the precautions we should be take? Then anemometer. Okay, shall I move on the next one? The next chapter is soil. Okay, in this chapter, what is soil? Importance of soil, soil profile, then types of soil, layers of soil. Okay, these things are we learned. Firstly, importance of soil. What are the importance? Is firstly, soil allows the growth of plants. Then it supplies water and nutrients that are required in the growth of plants. That is source of soils is a source of nutrients. Okay, that is the main thing. Next, the soil is the main part of agriculture. Many living organisms live in this soil. Underground water is used for various purposes. So, soil soil used to as lot of ways. Okay. Then soil profile. What is soil profile? Identity of soil. Okay. First one is humus. What is humus? In the soil where the organic components are present, that is humus. Can you remember this? Okay, superb. Humus is the organic compound present in the soil formed by the decomposition of plant materials by microorganisms present in the soil. Humus is the rotting dead matter in the soil. Commonly, what is humus? Humus is the rotting dead matter in the soil. Next, weathering. What is weathering? Weathering is the breakdown or dissolving of rocks and minerals on the earth's surface. Water, ice, acid, salt, plants, animals and changes in temperatures. These are all things are make the agents of weathering. Next one, parent rock. The natural parent rock means the soil comes from the parent rock. Okay. The nature of the soil, that is the texture and availability of minerals, depends upon the rock from which it is formed. This rock is often called as the parent rock. Next one, layers of soil. Yeah, firstly horizon. Horizon, what is horizon? Each layer in a soil profile is defined as a horizon. Okay, horizontal like that. Okay, horizon. Firstly, A horizon. A horizon is the topmost layer. Okay. Topsoil is the soft porous layer which can be absorb and hold more water. Here, soft means it's mentioned their texture or Bond of soil particles, which one is determined? Yeah, bond of soil particles, not a texture. Okay, so that is soft. Next one, B horizon. B horizon or middle layer is the more compact and harder layer. C horizon is the third layer and made up of small rocks. Bedrock is the fourth and hardest layer. So what are the four layers? A horizon, B horizon, C horizon and bedrock. See this? This is layer of soil. Okay. A horizon, B horizon, C horizon and bedrock. What is A horizon? Horizon A, that is topsoil. It contains large amount of humus. Okay. Then dark in color. Rich nutrients present in humus only. Okay. Horizon. The topsoil has soft texture. Can retain water easily. Plants grow easily in this topsoil. Okay. Then living organisms as well as like insects, worms, beetles, rodents and moles, they are living, that is the home of this types of insects. Okay. For example, home of worms is horizon A layer. Okay. Next one, horizon B. It is the next layer. It contains, it does not contain the humus. The minerals are found in large quantities in this layer. This is hard texture, light color and more compact than the topsoil. Horizon C, this is third layer and small rocks present here with crackers. These rocks are partly weathered. Bedrock, this is the last layer and very hardest layer. It contains large pieces of rocks that are not weathered by exposed to any winds or water because it be in deeply. Okay, bedrock cannot be dug with the help of a spade. It is very hard in texture. But if we use any machines, manually it is not possible. But machine, if we use the machines, it can possible. Okay. Next one, types of soil. What are the four types of soil? Soil classified into four types, that is sandy soil, silt soil, clay soil, loamy soil. Okay, four types of soil. First only sandy. This is first type of soil is sand. It consists of small particles of weathered rock. Sandy soils are one of the poorest type of soil for growing plant. Sand is not apt for plant growing. You know well? Yes. Because it has very low nutrients and poor water holding capacity. That is the main thing. Sand does not have the water holding capacity, which makes it hard for the plant root absorb water. This type of soil is very good for the drainage system. Sand soil is usually formed by the breakdown or fragmentations of rocks like granite, limestone and quartz. It's apt for rainwater harvesting. Okay, then constructions. Silt soil, which is known to have much smaller particles compared to sandy soil and made up of rock and other mineral particles, which are smaller than the sand and larger than clay. That is middle types of soil. It is the smooth and fine quality of the soil that holds water better than sand. Not good, but better than sand. Silt is easily transported by moving current and it's mainly found near the river, lake and other water bodies. The silt soil is more fertile compared to other three types of soil. Therefore, it is also used in agriculture practices to improve soil fertility. Clay soil, the smallest particle amongst the other two types of soil. The particles in the soil are tightly packed together with each other with very little or no air space. The soil has very good water storage qualities and makes it hard for moisture and air to penetrate into it. It is very sticky to the touch when wet, but smooth when dried. Clay is the densest and heaviest type of soil which does not drain well or provide space for plant roots to flourish. If you pour the water into clay, yeah, it look colloidal shapes only, not easily dry. So water holding capacity is more compared with others. Then loamy soil. Loamy soil is fourth type. It is black soil also. Sand, silt and clay such that beneficial properties from each is included. For instance, it has the ability to retain moisture and nutrients. Hence, it is more suitable for farming. The soil is also referred to as an agricultural soil. Then sandy, clay and silty, and it also happens to have humus. Apart from these, it also has higher calcium and pH levels because of its inorganic origins. Then properties of soil. Firstly, percolation of water through the soil. Percolation can be defined as the property of the soil by which it allows to the water flow through it. Okay, how you calculate the percolation rate? Amount of water divided by percolation time. K. That is percolation. The next property is moisture and absorption. Moisture is the soil is the amount of water present in the soil. Moisture is in the soil can be removed by setting up the following experiment. Listen, take a soil samples and put in a boiling tube and heat it. We can observe water drops in the mouth of test tube. How it is formed? Because in the soil having some water drops, water. So it has some moisture. Okay. This way we can remove the moisture in the soil. So what does it mean that? Commonly soil have some water content. Then texture. This is the texture is the size of particles of the soil. Different kinds of soil have a different texture. We can easily find that. Okay, through this texture. For the example, if you touch the clay, how do you feel? Yeah, there is more soft. If you touch the sand, yeah, the texture of sand is compared with clay, it's very low. Okay. Then color. Different soils have different colors. As well as this is because of the minerals and nutrients present in the soil. So which one give the color to soil? There is minerals and nutrients. Okay, for the example, the pH level is high means then there is lot more calcium that is in black color. Okay, that will be black color. So for instance, some soils are black in color because of presence of humus and minerals, while some soils are red in color because they have iron in large quantities. Yeah, our Mars planet. Okay, Mars planet, that soil have Mars lot of iron. Okay, that's why Mars is in called red planet. Next, pH of soil. It's depending upon their acidic and basic or neutral nature. Okay, the pH of soil is more than 7, that is acidic nature. So different types of crops grown in the soil based upon the pH level. Next, air content. Since soil is made up of particles of different sizes, these particles can be loosely bounded or tightly bound. The air often occupies the space in between these particles, and that's why the soil living organisms can live through this air. This allows life to sustain in the soil, such as microorganisms. So properties of sand, this is common one. Next, how crops and its relation to the types of soil. Depending to the climatic factors and components of the soil, different types of crops are grown in different regions. Clay soil and loamy soil, good for growing cereals like wheat and gram. Clay soil, soil is rich in organic matter and soil with good capacity to retain water. Good for growing paddy, wheat. Loamy soil is good for cotton. Okay. Next one, what is soil erosion? Soil erosion means when the top layer of soil gets removed, it is called soil erosion. Soil get damaged, that is soil erosion. Methods to prevent soil erosion are deforestation should be avoided, plant more trees. Okay. Okay, dears, this chapter is over. Next chapter 10, respiration in organisms. In this chapter, what are the things we learn? Yeah, what is respiration? Then what is cellular respiration? Types of cellular respirations. Then aerobic, anaerobic respiration, and respiration of other organisms like cockroach, fish, frog. Okay. What is respirations? Nothing but that is our breathing process. Okay. Then what is cellular respiration? Is the process of breakdown of food in cells. That is called cellular respirations. Yeah. During the cellular respirations, the energy will be released. For the example, glucose plus oxygen. Glucose is the food. When it is oxidized through in our inhalation, okay, the energy is released and carbon dioxide plus water we get. Okay, C6H12O6 plus 6CO2 gives 6CO2 plus 6H2O. That is equation of cellular respirations. Okay. Then the cellular respiration is classified into two types. One is aerobic respirations, anaerobic respirations. Types of respiration is aerobic and anaerobic. What is aerobic respiration? What is that? The type of respiration in which organisms use oxygen for burning food inside the cell is called aerobic respirations. Okay, as a human being, we are all come under the which is respiration? Aerobic respirations. Why? Yes, because we take the oxygen in inhale. Okay, so it helps to burning food. That's why we are all comes under the aerobic respiration. Okay, see this, the same process. The uses of oxygen in our body. After we take the food, the oxygen break down the food or glucose. Okay. After we get the carbon dioxide, then water. This is aerobic respiration. Generally, this kind of respirations take place in the presence of oxygen. What about trees? Because they take a carbon dioxide or oxygen. Yeah, trees also comes under the aerobic respiration because during the night time the trees are take the oxygen. So the trees are comes under the aerobic respirations. Okay. Then it leads to release of high amount of energy in living organisms. Human beings and many other animals undergo aerobic respirations. Then carbon dioxide and water are also released in aerobic respiration. Okay, can you clear? Next one, anaerobic respiration. What is that anaerobic? This is opposite from aerobic. Okay, during the aerobic respirations, oxygen is thick. In anaerobic respirations, respiration in a cell in the absence of oxygen is called anaerobic respiration. Which means what? No need the oxygen. Okay, that is the main thing. So anaerobic reaction, see this, the food directly give the energy. That is anaerobic respirations, glucose, ethanol plus carbon dioxide. That is for the example, fermentation. Do you know the process fermentations? Yeah, that is the anaerobic respirations. We can see the air bubbles in fermentation process. Already we discussed in the last year is in microorganisms. Do you know? Yes. So through the fermentations, what is this? Cells can breathe. Okay, but they no need the oxygen. Okay. So anaerobic respirations in this type of respirations happen in the cells in the absence of oxygen. But aerobic respiration, yeah, they need oxygen. Then it results in low amount of energy. But in aerobic respiration, it release high amount of energy. Okay, that is the difference. Next one, in aerobic, humans and animals under the aerobic. In anaerobic, can you guess which organisms may comes under the anaerobic? Yes, very good. Yeast. Okay, because fermentation is yeast process. No, so yeast. Yeast and sometimes human beings undergo anaerobic respirations. Sometimes we also comes under the anaerobic respirations. Animals' muscle cells release lactic acid and yeast release ethanol. But in aerobic respirations, which gas is released? Carbon dioxide and water. But anaerobic respirations, animal cells release lactic acid and yeast release carbon dioxide. Okay. Okay, now I said sometimes humans also comes under the anaerobic reaction, anaerobic respirations. How we will come under that? Yes, listen. Anaerobic respirations takes place in the muscles. Okay, human muscles. As a result of muscles also produce lactic acid along with energy. Okay, that is why we often feel cramps while we do heavy exercise. How do you feel? Yeah. In order to get relief from cramps, we can take some hot water bath or massage our muscles. This is so because hot water bath or massage improves the blood circulation in the muscles. Okay, as a result, the oxygen reaches the cells easily, which breaks on the lactic acid into carbon dioxide and water. Okay, that's why we, after doing the exercise, we want to do the bath. Okay. Okay, dears. How do we breathe? Yeah, through our nose. So, what are the things participate in our breathing process? Can you say? Is our nose, well, nose and nostrils, then lungs. Yeah, we know that only. But what are the organs participate in our respiratory system? Listen, the respiratory system of the humans have several parts. What are they? Nostril chamber, pharynx, larynx, trachea, bronchi, lungs, and diaphragm. Okay. See this image, that is our breathing process. What happening here? Yes, we should take the oxygen inhale to the inhale and release the carbon dioxide while exhale. So breathing can be defined as the process in which organisms with the help of their respiratory organs take in the oxygen rich air present in the surroundings and release out air that contains high amount of carbon dioxide in it. Breathing occurs continuously in the organisms. There is no rest. Okay, this process is doing continuously. Firstly, inhalation. See this. This is inhalation process because we have to take the oxygen. What happen in inhalation is the process of taking the air that contains oxygen inside the body. Okay, we take the oxygens go to inside the body. Then what happen in exhalation? Yeah, we release the carbon dioxide. Okay. Do you know what is our breathing rate? How much oxygen we take and how much oxygen we release? Do you know? Listen, breathing rate can be defined as the number of times a person breathes in a minute. Okay, for the example, how many in a minute, how much time you take inhale and how much time you release exhale. A breath can be defined as the inhalation followed by an exhalation. The breathing rate is not always constant in human beings. It's differ for each and everyone. Okay, we generally breathe faster when our body needs more energy. For example, while exercise. For the example, if you're doing the exercise time, you breathe more. Okay, when you do the breathing exercise, the time you take a long breath and hold after you release. So the breathing rate is not a constant one. Okay, it's differ from each and every one person. An average adult human being breathes 15 to 18 times in a minute. While exercising, the rate can change up to 25 times. Okay, that is the average rate you have to take 50 to 18 times. During the exercise time, you have to take 25 times. Okay. Okay, dears. Why do we feel hungry after doing a physical activity like walking or running? Yeah, after exercise, after running, after walking, how do you feel? Yeah, we feel hungry, no? Why we are all feel like that? Yes. After a physical activity, the food that is present in our body is converted into energy. Am I right? Yeah, at the beginning we discussed about that, no? The oxygen break down the food, so the energy is released. So after exercise, our breathing rate is more. Okay, so we need lot of energy. So we feel hungry. Okay, since all the foods get consumed is generating the energy, we start feeling hungry. Hence, in order to gain more energy, we need to eat more food. Okay, the mechanism of breathing in human beings, already we discussed that. What are the parts participate in respirations? Listen, this is nasal passage, oral cavity. Oral cavity means here. Next, pharynx, trachea, lungs, and also our ribs. Okay, how many pairs of ribs we have? 12 pairs of ribs. Okay, where our lungs present? Here. Okay, our right side, sorry. Our right side lungs is compared with left is small because of heart. Okay, because our heart is present in our which side? Sorry, left side. Okay, our left side heart lungs is smaller than right side because of heart. Okay. So what is the mechanism of breathing in human beings? First, we take the air present in environment through our nostrils. So our breathing process is starting from nostrils. Okay. Then it moves through the windpipe. Then it's moved through the windpipe and reach the lungs. Okay. The lungs are located in the chest cavity which is surrounded by the ribs. Which one protect our lungs and heart? Rib cage. Okay. So it protect our lungs. On the floor of the chest cavity lays a muscle sheet called diaphragm. See this? This is diaphragm. Okay, it's layer, thin sheet, muscle sheet, like a what is this? Thin layer. Okay. During the breathing process, the movement of the ribs and diaphragm takes place. All of you take a long breath. Yeah, how do you feel? Your ribs are come outside. Am I right? Yes. So the rib and diaphragm also participate in the breathing process. So during the breathing process, the movement of the ribs and diaphragm takes place. This is so because the lungs expand and contract during breathing. As we take in the air, it fills up the lungs. This moves the diaphragm downwards. See this? When you take the breath, the lungs muscles push the diaphragm downwards. Okay. So this moves the diaphragm downwards and the ribs are outwards. Okay, the ribs come out. The lungs when releasing out air from the body which brings back the diaphragm. So during the exhalations, the diaphragm like this. Okay, it's back to the position, and the ribs their original positions. Okay, during the exhalations. Try this. If you find if you observe this, we can identify that. Okay, during the inhalations, the ribs are expand and our stomachs are expand. Okay, during the exhalations, our stomachs are being normal and our ribs also. Okay. So finally process of respiration is the oxygen in the lungs is taken up by the breath. The oxygen is then transported to all parts of the body. Blood gives up oxygen to the cells and takes up carbon dioxide which is sent it back to the lungs. Okay. Okay dears, why do we sneeze? Sometimes when you affect the cold, we do this sneeze. Am I right? Yes. Why do we sneeze? Because of dust. For example, if you go to a shop, okay, rice flour shop, or in a dusting area, the time we feel sneeze because of dusting. Okay, as we inhale the air present in the surroundings, sometimes various unwanted elements such as smoke and dust also include it. Okay, so we breathing through the breathing we breathe all this kind of things also dusting. So however they get stuck in the air in our nostrils, but some of them can get through the nasal cavity. So our nostril is filtered that. So when it reached our nostril, we get the sneeze. They this cause irritation in the nostrils cavity which makes us sneeze. This helps in getting rid of the unwanted particles out of the nasal cavity. And, finally, the nasal cavity is filtered the dust from air. Okay. So this is the rate of inhale and exhale, which means carbon gases range. Okay. What do we breathe out? Oxygen. Inhale air contains 21% of oxygen. More oxygen thus than exhaled air. Okay. Exhaled air contain 16% of oxygen. Carbon dioxide in inhale contains 0.03% carbon dioxide and exhale contains about 4% of carbon dioxide. Okay. So we release more carbon dioxide. Contains less water vapor, contain more water vapor. This is the range. Okay, dears. Now cockroaches breathe through the tracheal tubes, bracts. Okay. Then earthworm. How the earthworm breathe? Earthworm having slimy moist skin. It has small holes. Okay, through these holes earthworm can breathe. Next one, fish. Yeah, fish through the gills the fish can breathe. Then it takes the oxygen from the water. Okay, oxygen dissolved in water. Through the gills it takes the oxygen from the water. Okay dears, this chapter is over. So you have to read fully. All the best. And one more thing, see this is your question paper model, not a model question paper, but how it is your question paper. Okay, your question paper will be like this. Listen, first one is section A. Question paper comprises 3 sections A, B and C. Okay, all section in section A, questions in section A are 1 mark questions. So every question in section A having 1 marks. Whatever it will be, any MCQ or VSA type, assertion reason questions, whatever, but it will be 1 mark. Then all 6 questions in section B are 2 mark questions. There are to be in about 40 to 50 words each. Then all questions in section C are 5 mark questions. There are to be answered in about 70 to 8 words each. Okay, it depends their marks. Okay, okay dears, all the best. Thank you.